Let us finally start with amazing section. In this, you will learn how to create your own server, and at the end of this section, we are going to create one amazing project using which you will have practice of whatever we have learned till now. Now we are going to start with another built-in module, that is HTTP module. And before moving further with this section, you should be knowing how web works behind the scene. And this complete lecture I have uploaded on my channel, lecture 3. If you want, you can refer this so that you will have high level overview of this architecture. And this is the basic thing we know. If we want some data from server, we will be requesting the server, and in return, server is going to send back the response. Now what if whatever request we are sending, that is not understood by server? And what if whatever response server is sending, it is not understood by client? So that's where our HTTP comes into play. Whenever we are sending the request, instead of directly sending the request, we will be sending HTTP request. And in return, server is going to send us HTTP response. And we have already seen how this HTTP request will be looking. We are going to have HTTP method, and then we will be having request target, what resource we are looking for, and then we will be having HTTP version along with HTTP request headers, and then here we will have request body. Whenever client is sending this HTTP request, it will be looking something like this. In return, when we get HTTP response, it is going to look like this, in which we will have HTTP version. We are going to have status code, and we will be having status message along with headers and request body. This complete format we have already understood, but behind the scene, using HTTP request and HTTP response, easily client and server can communicate. And HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and it is nothing but it is a set of rules that govern how the data has to be transmitted over the web, and it is the foundation of World Wide Web, which will enable users to access web pages. They can easily download the files, and also using this HTTP we can easily interact with online content, because whatever request and responses we are getting, it should be understood by both client and server. If they are not able to communicate properly, then whatever data we have requested, we are not going to get that data. So both should be having mutual understanding, and they should be sharing proper information so that user who has requested for the data, they will get that data back. Now why servers? Why do we need server? As I already mentioned, whatever data we are having, that data will be stored inside the server, and whenever user is typing some URL inside the browser, based on the content what is stored in the server, that will be sent to the user. Whenever we want to access web pages of any web application, we need web server. Without web server, you will not be able to interact online, and web servers will be handling all the HTTP requests for the web application. So HTTP request will be sent by the client, and this web server is going to handle all the HTTP request, and in return it will be sending HTTP response. So in real life, you can consider web server as the waiter and client as the customer. Whenever you are ordering for food, waiter will take the order. In return, waiter will be giving your order. So request is nothing but data sent from the client to the server. Example, whenever we are entering URL in the browser, and response is data sent from the server back to the client. Example, a web page or a message. And web server will be handling all the HTTP requests and responses. Okay, till now we have only seen request, response, client, web server. But now the question is, where does our node fit in? So what is the purpose of node? What Node.js will be doing? it will allow us to create our web servers. So using Node, we can create our own web servers. And how that is possible? Because Node is having access to operating system functionalities like networking, using which we can create our own web server. And server is the one who will be sending responses back to the client. And why this is suitable? Because it will enable asynchronous task execution, and also it can handle large volume of simultaneous requests efficiently. So Node is very suitable. If you're working with backend using Node, you can easily create your own server, and accordingly you can send responses back to the client. And if you have seen some other programming languages like PHP, there we have used Apache HTTP server to run our PHP application. But in Node, we can create our own server. Definitely, along with Node, we can also use other HTTP servers, but using Node, we have capability to create our own web server. But still, whatever happens, Node.js still it has to respect HTTP protocol. It has to stick to the rules what HTTP protocol will be providing. So in Node.js, we are having this built-in HTTP module, and this module is going to enable creation of web servers, and it is capable of transferring data over HTTP. So using this HTTP module, we will still respect HTTP format like how we have sent whenever we are doing HTTP request, whatever format we are sending, and whenever we are getting HTTP response, whatever format we are having, that entire format we are still going to respect. In Node.js, to respect all that format, we will be using HTTP built-in module. Step by step, I will be teaching you each and every step how to create server, how to do multiple requests, how to get responses, because understanding HTTP module is very important. Doesn't matter you are beginner or intermediate. If you're working with backend, you will always be dealing with servers. So it is very important you understand this complete topic.